Welcome to Understanding the Credit Repair Process. I'm your host, Michelle Mitchell, 760 Credit owner and founder. That was my, I thought I'd make it a little bit fancier than normal. Anyway, I made this video, you guys, so that you can get an understanding of what's going to happen after you sign up. You sign up, and what do we do? What are you supposed to do? What's going to come in the mail? This is just a good, this gives you just a good kind of overview for that. Because what I notice is, like, since we've started, that people call a lot about things that we probably should explain really, really well in the beginning. And so this video shall help you answer some of those questions so you're not confused. Introduction. So there's four ways that, there's four elements of credit repair, and it's strategy, disputes, responses, persistence. Strategy. Well, what is strategy? It's playing chess and also doing credit repair. So we do strategize, right? We create a plan for each and every one of our clients, and they're unique to their situation, because everybody's reports, you would be amazed how different each and every one of them are, And so we look at the person's report, we think of their circumstances, and then we create a strategy for it, What are they trying? We're also thinking about your goals, right? So what are you trying to attain? You're trying to attain a house? Well, we know you're going to need a certain amount of credit on there. A mix of credit, like a certain amount of revolving accounts, credit history, whatnot. So we create a plan based on that, and that's our, that's how we create our strategies. Disputes. So the disputes are, we send factual letters out to credit bureaus, creditors, to collection agencies regarding incorrect, inaccurate, unverifiable, incomplete, and outdated information on your credit report. You're like, what did you just say? Yeah. So basically, we use the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, to find errors in the reporting of these accounts. So the question isn't whether or not the account is really yours, right? Because we're not trying to say anything fraudulent. The question is, what are the bureaus doing wrong? Because again, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but when you when you write your own resume, you go into a job, you write your own resume, you send it out, and you're like, yes, you know what you wrote, you're gonna look fantastic on paper, right? But the thing about your credit reports is that someone else is writing that resume for you, right? And they're grabbing data from all over the place. It's not like you're providing them with that data. So the FCRA just helps to protect that, like to give you some rights around what's actually being reported about you, okay? The third element is responses. When those responses come back, I'm going to tell you right now, we need them back ASAP. Whoever you're working with, if you're not working with 760, if you're working with whoever else that might be out there doing credit repair, or just yourself, you need to respond quickly to these responses back from the bureaus, the creditors, and collection agencies. Don't wait. When you get them in the mail, get them to us, okay? Get them to yourself and respond back, okay? Awesome. Persistence. Persistence is the name of the game, people. It's not an overnight process. It didn't get messed up overnight. It's not going to be an overnight process to get it where you want it to be. So patience and persistence on our part is the persistence. Your part is the patience. Okay, y'all have to be patient. And we have to be persistent, meaning we have to keep at them, keep responding, and respond in the correct way, that's going to work for you, for the client. What does the process look like? We're talking at minimum for most people. Now, I've had clients that come to me 2 months later, they're gone. Okay, they're where they need to be. They got the low interest rate for their car loan, whatever they were looking for. 2 months, that was it. But then we've got most people, right, that doesn't have just one thing on their report. Okay, most people have a couple of things or more. And that may take up to 6 months or even more than that. 6 months is generally what I like to tell my clients. 6 months is the agreement. Here in the state of California, we can't work on your file past 6 months on the same agreement. So we'd have to sign you up for sign another agreement to continue working on your file. But we try to get you in and out, but 6 months is minimum. So harassing your credit specialist is not going to make the process go faster. What's going to make the process go faster is if you get your responses back to us in a timely manner. Okay. Everybody understand that? Awesome. I get no responses because this is not a live video, but I am having fun with it. So this is just an example of some of the responses you might get. They're called stall letters, okay? And I kind of wanted to give you kind of a heads up. I actually think this slide is in the wrong place, but since we're here, we'll just talk about it anyway. Stall letter are letters pretty much that when the bureaus are not really trying to, they're either buying time for themselves because no one's responded, or they're backed up, or they just simply don't want to do your dispute for whatever reason, okay? And so these look like suspicious requests. They look like, your ID, your ID doesn't match our records, or your ID is not clear enough for us. You need to send us something else. They're stall letters. And so these are probably I don't want to say the most important because all of them are important, but they're up there, okay? If you got a stall letter, we need to get that back ASAP so that we can respond. Otherwise, we've wasted time. The longer you wait to give that response letter to us, the longer it's going to take us to get through this process and get you where you're trying to be. Challenges with credit repair. So I've already kind of talked about stall tactics. That was number 4, as you can see, because I put those slides in the wrong place. But let's start from the top. Credit bureaus use automated systems. Okay. Special consideration has to be taken to avoid automated systems as much as possible and get disputes in the hands of a real person. So let me just tell you the process of credit. When we send a dispute, I'm telling you right now, a machine opens it up. If it's just a regular old lettered number 10 envelope, machines opens it up, pulls it out, lays it out, scans it in. Somebody in Bangladesh basically reads that thing out, gives you each dispute a code, and that's really just how it's all automated, right? So if you think for a minute that some person's actually going to grab the letter and read it and say, oh my gosh, I feel for this person, it's not true. That's just not how it happens. Now, maybe that happens and this is the truth, for celebrities or people that have a lot of influence in society. These are the people that the credit bureaus will, take it and actually have someone read it, and it's touching fingertips. The credit bureaus are not eager to help us remove negative items, okay? The credit bureaus profit more when you have bad credit. And as a result, they are not in a very big hurry to help you fix your credit. Let me tell you, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, these are businesses, okay? They're in the business of collecting data, and they happen to be your data and my data and our family's data and all that stuff, right? And so this is data that they use to sell. They sell this data. They make money. They don't really make money off of us. They make money off the lenders, off of all these other people who could benefit from sending you, say, a promotional offer, right, at some ridiculous interest rate, because your information, you have credit scores that, where they will approve you, but they're going to approve you for some astronomical interest rate. At any rate, your negative information is the most valuable to the credit bureaus, is what I'm trying to say. And because of that, they're not just trying to remove that stuff just because you say it or because we say it. You know what I mean? So it is a fight. It is a battle. You got to put your boxing gloves on and get ready. Creditors and debt collectors also have no interest in making the process easier. Heck no. Okay? Debt collectors, as we know, could buy your information from the credit bureaus. They can purchase the debt from the original creditors. There's no interest in making. They just want their money. Okay, they want that money, and then if they can get their money and kind of screw you in the process by keeping by keeping that account on your credit report, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. So thank goodness you found us, because, we can help you try and get that stuff deleted off of there. And, and if push comes to shove, we've got to do some debt settlement. Maybe we can settle that debt and get it removed. What to expect in the next few weeks? Well, here are some things that you might encounter. Letters that look like you were doing something wrong. Oh, they're really good at that. Trying to scare you. Like the stall letters are a good example of that. Collection agencies might send you some type of affidavit or something that looks really official and scary, like they're going to sue you or something. And don't fret, get that over to us, okay? Before you start stressing out about it, let us take a look, and let's legitimize whether or not let's decipher what the collection agency is really trying to say. Crazy, threatening sounding letters. Now, this is all wonderful stuff. People, do not throw away your collection letters. These can mean money in the bank. For every violation, these companies could be paying you $1,000, okay, per violation, per error. Why? Because there's something called the FDCPA that's on your side. That's the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, which means that there's a way that these collection agencies can respond to you, that can ask you or try to collect the debt. There's laws and there's rules that govern them to protect you, right? They can't just be sending you threatening sounding letters. They'll get sued because you're working with 760 Credit. We know what to look for. And so, yeah. And we can get you, a lawyer for nothing out of pocket. So, in terms of upfront fees from a lawyer, okay? What to do? Well, you don't panic. Get those letters over to your credit specialist at 760 Credit or whoever else you might be working with, okay? Don't panic. They're all just tactics to get you to just pay or get you to freak out, pretty much, okay? What to expect in the months to come. Round 1 letters go out, boom, 30 to 45 days later, response letters come in. What are you going to do with those? Of course, you're going to get those letters over to your credit specialist ASAP. And then we can go through and do round 2. We send more letters out again. Generally, we send 4 rounds. Think about the 6-month time frame, okay? Each round is about 45 days, right? So that's equivalent to about 4 rounds, okay? And then, like I said before, we negotiate debt settlement for the removal of accounts from, items that may have not been removed. So I did not put a slide here to give you our contact information, but you already have it. But for those of you who may not, haven't started with us yet, you can contact us at 510-877-0760. That's 510-877-0760. And you can also reach Michelle at 760credit.biz. Again, Michelle at 760credit.biz. That's MICHELLE. And we would love to assist you. You could also just go to 760credit.biz, okay, and put your information in there. We'll get in touch with you, okay? Thank you so much for your time. I'm glad that we were able to explain this very crucial process of credit repair. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thanks. Bye. It's better. The slides are all jacked up. I gotta do it over again, but at least that's a start.